All right.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so we're having to get them on there. They started and they didn't allow us to see it, but here we go. We're into
Okay.
it. We
So
are.
Yeah.
We did. I don't see any ramp, so I think we just inked and passed on Olaf's side for 2 turns, and then played a workshop.
Really?
That's jeez, that doesn't seem good.
Now the question for him is: will he get some discard options? Because that will give him some card draw. Because I did see, I believe, a Leviathan and the Hercules combination, but.
And now, of course, we are seeing. We are going to use our Fishbone Quill to ink a super secret card, but now we did get some draw in there. And now if we don't have the ability to get rid of that workshop, that's a lot of no, wait. Does Bruno hits items, does it not? We don't talk about Bruno?
No, I believe that's your welcome.
Oh, you're welcome. So I was like thinking about that. It's like, bleh. But we are just going to go ahead and quest because you have nothing on the board. So listen, I'm going to go ahead, quest, get up as high in lore total as possible. The Gatlin Moliere, of course, is saying that every time this quest, you're able to draw 2 cards and then discard 1. So I think our Emerald and Ruby hero over here has accurately seen that they need to be the aggressor. They need to go fast and wide and just kind of get to where they need to be before you can start throwing your more powerful cards and building up that engine that items can build.
Prince Jan being, of course, being a board character, so you can brawl it, making it a very annoying card at the moment.
Absolutely. And then it can be just a sneaky source of value as well if it does have actions that you can then make you discard, which we do see that Bruno. But Bruno is not, it's only going to work on a character, so you got to play something. Yeah, but we will be able to brawl we're just going to play double Chicha. Now, that's a very interesting thing to do. Playing the double Chicha.
Yep.
Inking, and then, yes, like you said, double drawing. So, hey, that Clarabelle is looking better and better in this matchup. You're right about that. But that Return of Hercules does scare me to pieces.
Oh, no.
Oh, we are going to play the Lenny. And you are...
to be prepared.
To be prepared is so rough, but we will be able to take that out of your hand, putting that into the discard because it is an action of your choice. And that's what Lenny says because he's just like... He's my little guy. I don't know. I just get so excited about that card.
And what is he going to do now?
We're just going to go ahead and quest with the Gatlin Moliere and be able to draw the 2 cards to discard a card. And now we are going to go ahead and discard. Is that the Diablo saying, hey, I don't need it? That is a scary card to kind of discard because we are going to have to rebuild the board. We know that there is a be prepared on the other side, and it is going to come in really, really fast here soon.
Yeah.
As well as the Bruno.
Going quest, going to 12, and
Going to 12, just being able to say, hey, I'm going to have to rebuild my hand or my board as fast as possible, but Olaf doesn't really want to get rid of these 2 Chichas, but maybe potentially being forced to. But I mean, hey, getting the value off of them before we say goodbye.
Yeah, quest them with them and then just be prepared on them. Yeah.
Yeah, your board is looking too scary. Get rid of all of those, and we're not really high on.
Dragon in his hand is also going to be devastating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are seeing that the Fishbone Quill let us ramp into Oblivion, so it put all of those really, really powerful cards online. Now we are down 2 be prepared because you took 1 from us and you just used the second one. So statistically, we might be safe to rebuild our board, but in the face of a Sisu empowered sibling, it's a little bit more terrifying. We don't seem to have anything really big in hand that we can go ahead and use, so we might as well just play the Gatlin Moliere.
Yeah,
and
he has a Maleficent Monster Dragon in hand, so
right, but
just baiting that might be.
Yeah, that not being able to get the second be prepared out of hand was going to be very, very difficult. That is not what you wanted to see, him holding the 2 be prepareds like that.
Nope.
Because now we were able to then just take a turn off to gain some resources, to then play the Sapphire coil, to do more stuff, and also draw with Workshop. There's so many things going on, and we're inking twice a turn. We're gaining all this value. we are going to be able to draw the 2 cards to then discard 2 cards with the Gatlin Moliere, which is setting up our discard for that Olaf over there. But also, we have to find a path to victory because gaining 1 per turn is not going to do it.
No, but he needs to put multiple characters at once for order to work.
Thinking about getting rid of some cards here. Now, the Hypnotize is probably not doing too much because you have 3,000 cards in hand for your opponent. Each action in the discard gets you closer to a free Olaf, which, again, like you guys have mentioned before, there is a monstrous dragon in the hand on the other side of the board. So it does make this much more difficult. We do see... Is that the Leviathan? We are going to play the Red Heart Hercules, and then the Leviathan does come down, being able to take out that Tamatoa so shiny. However, we know that the dragon is in response, so hopefully we'll be able to play. Oh, but we are going to play the dragon in response, and then we're going to... Okay, Return of Hercules biting us in the face immediately. So, but we did... So it happened to turn faster than what we thought, but we are going to go ahead and challenge in, pop the popsicle, heal the dragon, or take that back and think for a second.
No, he's evasive, Gaetan.
Yes, he is.
Got another Leviathan in his... Yeah. No, Leviathan in this card. Right.
Yeah, this is looking a little unfortunate. That Be Prepared was really, really unfortunate in that circumstance because we just don't have a super strong way to rebuild the board after the fact. And this gave the deck the space that it needed. And then playing the Return of Hercules and taking that gamble and saying, you don't have a dragon in hand, right? And being like, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah, there is a dragon.
And also him not having to spend his turn to play the monstrous dragon in response to your Leviathan really was a tempo swing here for Olaf.
Oh, he's gonna ink more.
Taking a little bit of time to think about what we're going to ink here because, again, this is the sail into a fishbone quill or not. Now, we're trying to make sure that we have enough ink to potentially draw off of our workshop, but if we play the fishbone quill, we're kind of cooked here as we think about our life.
Yeah, I think that double Be Prepared might just decide the game.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there, but we will go ahead and use our other fishbone quill to ink that, and now we have enough to play the fishbone quill and draw off of workshop.
All right.
Now we are at 13. We do see the shark. Gatlin again going on a quest.
I see.
Being evasive is so good. Being evasive is amazing, but are we able to? No, not this turn. We'll
yeah, Jebediah not doing much for you.
And saying that I don't really need the... We don't talk about Bruno as well, but we will go ahead and play this Olaf for free, hopefully, or at least quite a discount. Not for free, just checking to see what our options are. Clarabelle can't.
He must ink if he wants to have that Clarabelle next turn.
Yes, definitely has to ink. Also probably, oof.
Tough choices.
It really is because you kind of want all of the cards in your hand. You want to be able to play that Olaf for free, but you also want to be able to play that Clarabelle next turn. Now, Olaf doesn't have too many cards in hand, so we are going to opt for the Maui Shark. Yep. Okay. Yep.
And
we're just going to rip the third. Be prepared. That is so diabolical. And then there's another monstrous dragon in hand as well. Okay, well, this is Oops All Answers coming in from Olaf. When you got it, you got it.
And now the question is going to be, when are the Tamatoas going to land?
Yep, absolutely. It was just answer after answer. The fact is like, you're like, statistically, him having that third Be Prepared is crazy. Well, you know what? Here it is.
Here you go. Yeah, so next turn, he must think something. Play that Clarabelle. Get all his cards and absolutely run after it. Yeah. it gets you an answer.
Yep, and again, kind of like you see what you said, we're able to ink down, down, down here. Now it's just to see if Olaf understands that there's a potential Clarabelle in hand and that all of these cards are a liability, because we are at 14. So it is a little bit unfortunate that we threw and got rid of the Maui Shark, because us being at 14 could have gotten us exactly where we needed to be. But now we have to ink this Bruno to play the Clarabelle and draw a billion cards. The cards in hand. So. Thoughts? Cards in hand?
20.
Yes. Yes.
Full hand.
Yes. So hopefully this will draw us into some answers again. 13 not Olaf, being nothing.
Sisu, I see some possibilities here.
We see the light at the end of the tunnel now. It just depends on how quickly Olaf can try and win this game. It might be fast enough. It might not, as we do see. I mean, there's a lot of answers over there. Hopefully, if we were to get a Maui Shark, that would propel us even faster to that win. Even though the dragon, you'd have to play the Maui Half Shark and then be able to play a few actions in a turn to really get that value. Unless we use the dragon right here and now get rid of this Clarabelle, which is definitely something that could happen.
What do you play? But he also, Olaf also has to consider at some point going for that lore before he is always on the answering side.
Well, I mean, a 14 lore lead is pretty substantial. So you have to decide, do I care that you're going to continuously get Clarabelle value? Now, you don't get to utilize your ink as much as I do. So if you are only playing 1 or 2 cards a turn, you're not really drawing that much out of it.
He is searching for answers.
Yeah, and really just taking our turn here to get the... We have the So Shiny in hand. We also have all the popsicles in hand. We're probably looking for the dime. Not necessarily wanting to use. I mean, we really do have to play the dragon probably to get rid of all of this card that the card draw.
Yeah, the Clarabelle is a massive problem the moment he you utilize your card draw. So I expect him to play the Maleficent Dragon as well.
But we are going ahead and, I mean, a massive amount of ink coming on Olaf's side, which is truly unhinged.
That is, yeah.
But we are running a little low on our ability to control the board. We do have Vitalisphere, so we would be able to potentially play, not this turn, but we do have to get rid of
Maleficent Dragon. Yep.
Okay, now that is getting rid of that card draw, but at the same time, if we can actually just get into if we were to play the Maui Shark, we know it's a little bit more safe. Again, I think we have some Sapphire coils on the board. We have some ways to reduce strength. So there are things that can happen. But we have an avenue. Being at 14 shows me that there is a world where we're okay.
I believe he has 6 actions in his discard. So that means the Olaf will only cost 3.
3 is pretty good. But then we are going to go ahead and... Okay, so you do have... the Ursula Deceiver come down, so let's go take a look. You have Vitalisphere, you got the win, you have the Sisu. That is actually backbreaking. Yeah. Oh no. That is unfortunate. We do have a hideaway. Yes, and so you have 2 Sisus, which is literally the answer for the board that was just presented to us. And we also have our own Sisus, but at the same time, it's so heartbreaking to see just 2 answers back to back to what we could potentially be playing. So... And with the Sapphire Coil in play, those Sisus will be able to hit darn near everything. Definitely the Olaf if we do choose to throw that out. So
2 Sisus.
Yeah, the 2 Sisus is just ridiculous. Now is that...
Yeah, I have an answer on all his cards now. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah. And we go ahead and do the flippant. Hey, all right, I'll pass my turn since you have all answers here. Unfortunately, throwing the Sisu is going to be very powerful against this Prince John and the Ursula. Not even having a way to deal with the Tamatoa, so being able to continuously quest and get more actions. I think that Tamatoa does need to be ready, but got a little ahead of ourselves. So do the Popsicle, Merlin's Carpetbag, Shuffle.
And another Maleficent Dragon.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. All right. Well, I mean, you've drawn your whole deck at this point. So we will go ahead and take some more options, take a tour of our deck, figure out where we are as our Emerald and Ruby Illumineer tries to kind of think about how close are you to winning?
Possible combination.
Right, we are at 14, so I mean, you still have to leave enough to play the Sisu. We are trying to see if we have enough to kind of just win next turn. 17, because we could get to 17 if you didn't play the Sisu, but there's no world where you don't just play the Sisu. Or, you just have the win right there. Okay.
All right. Wait. Yeah, that's...
Because you play the dime for free, and then you play the Tamatoa and Exert. Yeah, so the playing the dime for free was pretty good there. So just go ahead and win on this turn. Olaf making his way closer and closer to winning this CCQ.
Come on, Leviathan.
I know, we want to see it.
We saw him, but he was gone fast.
Yeah, I truly think that double be prepared was devastating in this game.
And even when there was a bit of an out, it was the double would be prepared into having the Maleficent Dragon and then having another Maleficent Dragon. So it was definitely, I mean, we were drawing tons and tons of cards. So the odds of not finding all of those characters and resources were quite low. But the double be prepared was definitely ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, having those two seasons in the end was also like, yeah, I've got this board under control.
Going ahead and shuffling up here. Wow, that's a completely different room.
Oh, damn.
As they've gone ahead and just packed it up all around them. Nothing but the staff and the dogs left.
That's almost a set final.
Where are the people? The people have all went home. Oh, leaving them is like, hey, this is untimed. We could do this. It's funny because they're both phenomenally quick players. But at the same time, everybody's been there all day, and you're just like hanging out. It's you and the judge and the production team, and everybody's just vibing. Look, see, they're still having fun. Oh, that's so funny.
I would love, yeah, exactly.
Going back into the altar here. Now our Ruby and Emerald player will be on the play, seeing if they can do a little bit more. They really had the line. You could definitely see it. I know we've mentioned it a couple times. They had the out. They had the avenue. They did everything they were supposed to. But then looking and seeing the two be prepareds with no way to get that second one out of hand and no real backup, I guess, for trying to rebuild your board, except for the return of Hercules into Leviathan, which then beget a dragon. So, very difficult uphill battle. Hopefully we'll see a different side of the game, because I would love a game 3. I'd love a game 3.
Yeah, me too.
And just shuffling up here. It's so funny to think now. It's like, you never know what the background is. It's so funny to think it's like, it's just me and you and production, and everybody else left us. But that's how it be sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, I want to see the finals, but also I'm very hungry and I've been here all day.
And you're also not playing, so...
Yeah. I also can't stand anywhere near them because my face gives it away entirely. So it's like I can't stand anywhere where the players can see me because I'll be like, ooh, and I'm like, okay, you can't do that. You can't. You just got to like quietly watch the game with no facial reactions, right?
Yeah. So what does he have? Does he have a 1-drop? Can he go, for example, Diablo?
I don't know if the shift-drop 1-drop is in here, but we all have Ink the Ballet, but we did see We have a 1-drop, and it's a popsicle, and that's exactly what we want to be doing. But we do have this Jebediah. It doesn't really do much. Maybe it could keep a Chicha at bay from questing, but at the same time, you're not really questing a Chicha to begin with. So the Jebediah might just be ink because it is a quite inkable 2-drop. But
yeah, but you can play the Jebediah already just to make sure that next turn you can play the John and then use Sudden Chill with Jebediah.
It would be quite a good place. Let's see if we take your line as now we could either sail or we can develop the Chicha, but we're going to immediately sail because, hey. But 1 dragon down. Count them, people. 1 dragon down. Only 3 left to go as we unink our turn. Inking now a vision of the future.
Now I'm curious to see if he does what I would have done. Yeah.
Yes, let's see. Play the Prince John and then
and the Sudden Chill. Is he gonna do it?
Does he have the Sudden? I mean, you got to. There's no other world. No, not the Strike a Good Match. It's the Sudden Chill. Come on. Oh, don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Well, okay. Well, we do get to sculpt our hand. This is hand sculpting. That does allow us to kind of discard and fill our discard and get to where we need to be. So I kind of enjoy this, but at the same time, that Sudden Chill becomes worse and worse over time as we actually discard a Leviathan. Oof. Okay, so top end of our decks, both are either in the discard or into the Inkwell at this point. As we go ahead, play an Ink Runner to then play a card that will do something. It's a vision of the future. We're just hand sculpting at each other at this point, and it is diabolical. Picking the best card for the option. I don't know what that is, but we are going to go ahead and play Lenny. So now we have a few options here. We have the dime. We can't take the dime. It has to be an action, so we will get rid of the brawl. And we do see that you have crime, and more crime in your hand. Yeah. So Sisu, Maui, Hero to All, and a dragon. So we do have the ability to sing the Sudden Chill. Now we can draw a card with our Prince John, which I don't know why I'm rooting for the Prince John Sudden Chill combo, but the Lucky Dime was the option because we will be able to get that back later.
It's because it's an underdog deck, so...
Yeah, I know. Get that out of there. You discard him to pieces. Prince John is a super fair and balanced card as we ink the Ursula Deceiver, which is a very scary choice to make. But Lenny will be able to do stuff and things next turn. I think Cinderella Dreams Come True has got to be our option this turn. We have to get to the top end of our deck and start getting to those really, really impactful cards. Maui Hero to All isn't really going to do us much good. I mean, It might the turn after this one.
Yeah, there's the Cinderella.
Absolutely. Dreams do come true as she comes on down and be able to pass the turn to then give us the ability to ink a card out of our hand to draw another card. But, I mean, at this point, I guess we're inking a Fishbone Quill because, I mean, there's the Chicha. There's the card draw engine that we're all looking for.
I'm wondering if he is going to play that Hypnotize.
No, we are going to go ahead and sing Strike a Good Match to go ahead, draw there. There's our shark, and we are getting really, really close to not being able to play that shark. That can come down a few turns from now, but at the same time, I think we are... The Ursula Deceiver going to the Inkwell would be crazy! Oh gosh, the Leviathan as well. It might have to be the Leviathan. We can't get to that. I do prefer... We're really only playing one card a turn anyway, as far as the Ruby Sapphire items deck goes. So I think the Firefly would actually be the card to keep here, but we do opt for the Leviathan because it has 3 lore and it can get us there. And oh, by the way, I can ready my Lenny. And we are going to go ahead and play the Hypnotize. I'll draw a card and then you discard a card and then I get to draw a card for Prince John. Name a more iconic duo.
Oh, man. The pain. Yeah.
I know. I was like, I can't believe I'm rooting for the Prince John Hypnotized deck. But at this point, You know what? I need a game 3. I'm rooting for a game 3. That's my option here. So we have a little bit of a think about our ink, I do believe. Or no, we're thinking about what we're discarding. Sorry. Ah. And we are going to get rid of the Maui Hero to all because, again, we have an evasive card over here, and you're not turning that Prince John sideways anytime soon. So we will go ahead and ink the cookie to play the Ursula Deceiver. And
nope, nothing.
We still see that. Oh, the Sisu is gone though. So I mean, well, we have one Sisu, a Fishbone Quill, and a Chicha. So that's actually very interesting. The keeps there, trying to make sure that we kept the Chicha and the Fishbone Quill to be able to generate value and card draw on our turn, and then the Sisu, of course, being able to go ahead and to banish pretty much everything on your board except for the Jebediah without a Fishbone Quill in play. So this game looking a little better for our Emerald and Ruby Illumineer, but we're not out of the weeds by any means. As we just go ahead and do the thing.
No.
So we're inking the sail, and then we inked the Sisu, actually. So we just went ahead and inked the Sisu.
Yeah, getting out of the Prince John.
Interesting.
All right.
So we cleaned up the board a little bit there. Now Jebediah is a 3/3, so we'll be able to take out that Cinderella, which it did so immediately. And hopefully we do have... Oh, we did get rid of the Firefly Swarm. Unfortunately, that would have been an immediate answer for the Chicha there. That's why I think I liked keeping the Firefly Swarm over the Leviathan, which is going to be quite a difficult card to get out. And you're not really hitting that many targets with it against this Ruby and Sapphire deck because you're really only playing one at a time. Now, we are going to let you take that back because I want to think about my life for half a second.
Yeah, what you going to do? What you going to do?
I mean, we do have the Return of Hercules now.
You
now, I think we
could just drop the Leviathan. Just drop it.
I think you're right. You could just play the Leviathan because if you did...
Yeah,
but he doesn't know what he has in the hand. But we are going to Leviathan... Okay, because we needed the 2 cards in hand.
Yeah, you need to discard.
Okay.
Yeah.
The discard. So yeah, the Return of Hercules and the Leviathan, then and the Lenny. Okay, so being able to play the Leviathan there, a little bit of a discard math situation, as we do have the Leviathan in play now. It is a 10/10. It quests for 3. And how far are we from a dragon?
Immediate answers, then it's going to be a challenge for him. Okay, it's going to have a popsicle.
And so it could have been a Be Prepared, which could have been wholly terrible. But we will go ahead and play another Chicha and pass.
Okay.
Because we don't want to ink the card that's in our hand to draw the other card. So we are just going to send these suckers on a quest because I'm freaking out if I'm the Emerald and Ruby player. I'm freaking out. So we'll go ahead and ink here. We could...
And could you go for the shark?
The shark? I do believe... No, we're just going to play the Olaf. We are going to play the Olaf. We're going to save the shark potentially until we get a few more actions in hand to where we can get a little bit higher in there. Unfortunately, we didn't have an answer for the Chicha, but we will go ahead and draw a card. And if it's a Be Prepared, I cry. I cry.
All right, what's going to be?
He doesn't even want to look at it. Don't even look at it. Is it the card that gets you out of this mess? Because again, we're at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 this turn without the ability to do anything about the board.
It's going to happen.
Is it the Be Prepared? Is it a dragon? Are we going to get a game 3? Did he even look at it? Does anybody in the room know if that's a Be Prepared? Oh, he looked at it. He looked at it. It's a Sisu! You gotta be kidding me! But it only gets the Ursula, which is only 1 lure. So we are going to be able to make it a little bit further into this game. Strike a good match.
Yeah.
Drawing 2.
Oh,
is that a Return of Hercules as well? I don't think we need that. We'll get rid of that immediately. But that Bruno can definitely...
You can play the Hercules for Maui free. And then I believe you almost got enough for free.
Oh, no, it's okay. We're being a little bit more patient here, which is a little crazy to me, but we are going to go ahead and exert to try to get rid of that Sisu. Now that we'll draw him a few cards, but we go up quite high in lore. 14, 15, 19. Oh, no.
Oh, this is not enough. Yeah,
and then we throw it. That's
Olaf.
it.
Yeah.
The Olaf. Okay.
If he doesn't pick up, Be Prepared.
And he scoops it up. We get a game 3. Yes. Sorry
right.
about your eardrums, everyone. I apologize, but that is exactly what we want to see. We want to see a game 3. I want to feel like Emerald and Ruby has a shot here. I'm so sorry, Olaf, for rooting against you, but at the same time, game 3 with Emerald and Ruby against Ruby and Sapphire in the finals of the Belgian CCQ. This is so exciting.
Is massive. This is going to be a final game. A proper final fight. I do think it's an advantage of Olaf now.
Well, yeah, but don't just say it out loud. No, but I mean, there are a lot of different avenues here. Obviously, being on the draw isn't really fun, but at the same time, it did look like a little bit of a different game when your opponent doesn't have 2 be prepareds. They don't have 2 dragons, 2 Sisus. You see them like in the first game they had answer after answer after answer, which is great,
Yep.
but at the same time, it doesn't allow you for any room to do anything about it. And if we notice, they were actually quite starved on cards as well, so because their engine, they were having to answer the Emerald and Ruby deck so frequently that they were low on cards that they at one point they didn't even get to use the Fishbone Quill to then draw the extra card from the Chicha because they needed it to be able to continue on their game plan. So
yeah, I was thinking that he took a risk there, hoping for a better top deck than he got. And I also think the discard package worked brilliantly this game.
Absolutely. I am quite excited to see kind of what is going to go happen in this third game. This is for the invite to the EUCC Challenge Championship.
Yeah.
Got to get my acronyms correct here. Oh my goodness. And it all comes down to
Paris or not.
I know, like how crazy is that to think about? Like we are sitting here, you are a mad lad. You brought this color combination, which is an actual meme in some circles, and said, hey, what if I put it straight up into the finals of a CCQ and made people think about if this is going to be viable. Like this is going to have a lot of implications on the meta, and people are going to take another look at this deck, especially if it wins. If it doesn't win, I think some people will look at it, but if it wins, everybody's going to be staring at this deck.
If it wins, everyone is going to look at it. Yeah, absolutely. If it doesn't win, it's still going to get looked at.
But it won't. I mean, gosh, the thing is like I don't know how many people, other than shout out to the few psychopaths, I was included in that decided that this Emerald and Ruby deck had enough legs to be able to look at it and say, hey, is this viable? Now, we saw it taking out Fort decks. We saw it taking out Dogs decks. And now we're seeing it have a little bit of trouble into Ruby and Sapphire items. But truly, who hasn't had trouble into Olaf today?
Yeah. All right. Interesting to see how this match will go. Yeah. Good luck to both.
Good luck to both, indeed.
Let's see how it goes here.
And now, hopefully, we can get a 1-drop. I know we kind of missed that the first 2 games, but the popsicle into... Wait, was that a... What did we ink? Was it an ink runner?
I believe so, yeah.
I was like, it kind of looked like a Basil or a Maurice's Workshop, but I was like, that's impossible. But we did... Okay. Did we just... We inked and passed. Oh, unfortunate. So we get the Chicha down. Yeah, we are on the draw.
Next is probably going to be Fishbone Quill.
We won't be able to do anything about that, but we are going to get the Ursula Deceiver. You will get whatever that random thing was. We do have a Brawl. We have the Carpet Bag. We do have the... Yeah. So we have a ton of things available to us, and being on the draw, we will not be able to get after that Chicha for a little bit.
No, using that Fishbone Quill to ramp further on and just getting that guard draw is hard.
Yeah, and I think we ended up putting a Popsicle into the Inkball over... Yep, I think we did. No, okay, so we didn't mean to do that because, okay. All right, take a breath. Take a breath. You're in the finals. It is quite untimed. You're okay. We did some Inkwell, jibbity, jankin all over the place. We need to just take a breath.
Take a breath. Consider your moves.
Yeah, he's like, I wanted to play the Popsicle. I was like, it was weird that we inked the Popsicle off of that, but we will go ahead, see the Lenny. And it does take a sale, but we have a Carpet Bag and a uninkable Cinderella Dreams Come True.
Yeah, but Cinderella's not bad to play next turn.
And we already have the 4 ink for that. So we did go ahead, play the Linny. I guess we could quest and get our lore, or we could sing Sudden Chill, which would be hilarious. But we are going to strike a good match instead. Because you kind of don't really care about him discarding a card.
I don't know. Yeah, because the Chichu is getting this card draw online anyway. He is this card draw online. That's the problem.
Yeah, the card draw is kind of like relentless, and we were able to go ahead and play that Merlin Carpetbag, and we would have just discarded the Cindy, and it's not like we're going to play her because we probably threw her immediately into there. So I think it might have been important, but at the same time, now if we do have the ability, we do not. We are so incredibly disadvantaged, I think, being on the draw here. We are going to go ahead and quest with the Linny.
And I'm probably playing action.
And then if we do play, like you said, yeah, we'll play the action. We'll get the Hypnotize, which is a little late here, but we will be able to... Now, you can't discard twice because you could sing the Sudden Chill. You could ready the Linny. You could... There's too many options, and if I am over here, I'm probably crying. But yeah, strike a good match to see what options we do have now.
I feel a fighter now.
The Leviathan is there. The Return Hercules is there. So we are setting up for that. So we will go ahead and discard the Jebediah. We will ink that to then.
Yeah,
we ready. Play the Diablo. Get some stuff going onto the board before we can really get too far behind here. There were so many lines in this deck. There were so many options. You could have double discarded that turn if you really wanted to, but I don't know how much that would have mattered, considering that we found every single card we need to find to be...
Yeah, you of course want to keep that Sudden Chill for maybe next turn if you want to go with the Leviathan, because then you discard 2 cards, playing the Hercules and having the Sudden Chill, so you can actually play the Leviathan.
But we do see a Be Prepared in hand over on Olaf's side, so...
Oh no.
Yeah, and I know that we've been inking Ursula's, and then we also played the Linny already, so we are kind of getting a little bit dire here. We've got little hand on the head actions, thinking like, how did I get here? What happened?
Where did it go wrong?
I think...
Is he gonna...
Yeah, not being able to get after that Chicha, the Chicha and Fishbone Quill combination, not having an answer for that and that going unchecked for so long is unfortunate. We're inking the Brawl because we don't care, and we're going to ink the Cinderella, I do believe, and just have oops all answers now. So it is unfortunate the amount of hand sculpting that has happened all across the table.
If he's somehow able to discard his entire head now, it's also going to be devastating.
I don't know if we do, but man, it would be funny. But we went ahead and quested, so then we have the ability to then discard a little bit.
Yeah, that one discard is not going to be enough.
No. Not here. This is the finals. So this is the finals of the CCQ. This is game number 3. Now you have 2 Olafs and the Returning Hercules, and also the Leviathan, and also the Sudden Chill, which the Sudden Chill doesn't really do much for us now. Unfortunately, this run out of cards is not super helpful. We did get all the way up to 5 lore, but that is not as commanding
as needed.
Yes. So we're definitely going to take some time to think about what we need to do and try not to cry, I think. It is a free action to cry. I've said that before. But,
no.
But keep it together here.
Yeah.
So we're not questing with the Linny because maybe we will sing with the Sudden Chill, and then you can ready the Linny to then just cry about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Playing that Sudden Chill might be your...
I mean, we're going to ink... we're going to get rid of the Cinderella that we haven't really cared about this entire time, and then we're going to ink the Olaf to then play the Olaf, I think, for a reduced cost.
For what purpose?
The vibes?
Yeah.
Oh, Return of Hercules into the Leviathan. Okay, well...
must be gone. Yeah.
But the thing is we have the Be Prepared in hand. It's there, and we saw what happened last game. It's so hard to rebuild, and there it is. There's the Be Prepared.
The card draw is also more of a challenge now.
Gosh, yes. I mean, it's a little bit more of a challenge, but the problem, we have the Merlin's carpet bag, so we can actually do the popsicle Merlin's carpet bag loop forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So we are going to go ahead and play the Olaf because we don't have enough to ink because we want to be able to keep those cards around. Making sure that we can get these Olaf onto the board. Now, it doesn't really help us here too much because we can't get after that popsicle and we can't get after that Merlin's carpet bag. It's such a powerful combination here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, drawing the popsicle, then using the carpet bag again, drawing popsicle. Let me find my perfect card.
Right, and then go ahead, play the Tamatoa Happy as a Clam to get back the popsicles to continue on this endless loop. And now we haven't seen Be Prepared. We've really only seen the Leviathan and Firefly Swarm and the like to be able to get rid of
the popsicle. Yeah.
Yeah, play the popsicle back again. And unfortunately, this is just too much of a loop that you're not going to be able to do anything with. And we're just going to put that back in our hand for some reason. What are we doing?
I think he's counting down the ink.
Was that our ink? Why were we holding our ink like that? I thought... Okay. So, all right. So we have all of those cards in hand. We have our entire inkwell at our disposal. And also make sure to exert your ink when you use it, you guys. So, did we just pass our turn?
I can only assume.
Okay, it's looking a little rough here for Emerald and Sapphire. So, unfortunately, we do have ways to get back in this game, but it is looking a little bleak because of the three popsicles.
Yeah.
The Merlin's carpet bag, the fishbone quill, and then Maurice's workshop is also going to come down and start generating card advantage. The Chicha's back because we've drawn our whole deck.
Of course.
Going ahead, inking that for turn. And another Be Prepared just for the vibes. So yeah, it is starting to get away from us here. I think we had a very, very small window of what we could have done to kind of help ourselves in the situation. And once that Chicha, Fishbone Quill, we're going to play a Diablo because I guess our hand is uninkable. Are we just stuck at 5 ink? Oh my goodness.
So, yeah.
At some point.
Not what you want. Not what you want at this moment.
At some point, you do have to probably ink the Olaf and just try to get to the next part of it. But you're not seeing any card draw and you're not seeing any resources here. So I think this is about exactly what we were talking about before, when this deck is very, very good, but sometimes it can beat itself if you're drawing the wrong part of it. And Olaf's deck is a well-oiled machine that has every redundancy to get to where it needs to be.
Yeah, the moment it has just a small amount of momentum, it can absolutely turn into a massive train.
And that is where we're probably ending off. And basically, we're stuck back in this loop of being like, Sisu comes down, and we have no pay. We have no Sapphire Coil, so our Olaf is safe. But at this point,
we have... Dime.
Because the Lucky Dime is actually safe to go ahead and play for free off of the Tamatoa Happy as a Clam. As we sit here and stare about our options, we drew another uninkable. You have to, at some point, get rid of that. The shark being the only inkable card in the deck, or in his hand, unfortunately. But if you ink the shark, then you're doomed. But at the same time, there's probably a little bit of tilt coming in if I was this left Illumineer.
Yeah, this is just bad luck at some point.
Being very, very bricked. And again, like, I can understand wanting to keep that shark in hand because even though you're super ultra giga bricked here, not able to play any of the cards in your hand except for the shark, which you could ink, but then you have nothing to follow it up with. And your game plan is kind of shot after that. So why don't we just sit back and just watch our Emeralds or our Sapphire and Ruby player just kind of dig through the deck and do,
play another Sisu. Yeah, why not?
Of course. Yeah.
Use that Lucky Dime sometime for free lore, I believe.
Okay, this is why nobody liked Ruby and Sapphire players. Okay, this is it. This is why. This is why. because I bricked and I got locked out of the game, and then you just did a whole bunch of stuff, and then
Yeah,
yep,
this
we
is
got
game.
stuck.
This is the end of the final. Yep.
Ruby Sapphire Items takes it all the way here into a game 3, which was an unfortunate brick over here from Ruby and Emerald, but one of the deepest runs I think that Ruby and Emerald has ever made in a tournament. So congratulations to that player, but also congratulations to Olaf getting his EU Championship Challenge invite.